Hi folks, Pete here from Ashton's Cars. Today, looking around a 2012 Jaguar XF. So this is an early 2012 model, 61 plate, so it's I think over January or February of 2012. The important thing is it's the facelift model, because 2012 saw a new version of the XF, and this is the new model. So it's got the slightly different lights, a bit more angular looking, a bit more sporty looking from the front end, I would say, than the previous year. And it's what they call a premium luxury model. So they do several sort of versions of these XFs. This one has got pretty much everything I would ever want on an XF. It's got the heated seats on it, it's got the soft close boot, it's got the full navigation system, and the nicer sort of alloy wheels that they put on these. To my mind, they do a higher spec. You can go up to where you've got leather headlinings and all sorts of things that you probably don't need, but these premium luxury models with a decent couple of boxes ticked on them when they're new really do give you pretty much everything you would want on an executive saloon. So it's a 3-litre diesel model, this is, with the 8-speed automatic transmission. They do a 2.2-litre diesel as well. That's a 4-cylinder. It's a little bit more agricultural than this. I would personally always prefer this 3-litre engine in my XF. It's a much nicer car. It's much smoother with a 6-cylinder, and that suits this car down to the ground. Coming around the back of the car here, you've got a nice bit of chrome trim which runs along the bottom. You've got the rear parking sensors on it, twin exhausts, which I love on these. Again, the 2.2s I think are just a single pipe coming at the back. The twin pipes really do suit the car, from my mind. Just give it that more balanced look. Love the colour on this, metallic blue. It's the lighter of the metallic blues, and I can't remember for the life of me what that colour's called, but it's one of my favourite colours for this model of car. It suits it very well, and obviously it shows off that chrome trim really nice as well. I think when these cars are in silver, you don't tend to notice the chrome as much, and that's a shame, because it really is a great character of this car, the chrome and the little bits of wood insert inside it. It's a very pretty car, even now coming up to 10 years old. I think this car looks very modern and very pretty indeed. It's got the LED day running lights that I'll show you shortly as well. We'll have a quick look inside. We'll start at the back. We'll just show you the boot first. Huge boot on these, really is. I mean, it's not the biggest opening in the world, but it's a massive cavernous space once you're inside. So really got a great bit of space. Haven't had it valeted yet, so there is a little bit of sort of dirt in there, but nothing too serious. It comes with freewheel de-icer as well. Just a very, very nice car. You have got a space saver spare wheel, as you probably just saw there. This one, as I did say earlier, has got soft close on the boot, and it's also got the parking camera, which is by here, which is a nice little thing to have on it. So all I do is just shut that like so, and it does the last last quarter of an inch on its own, so you don't slam it, don't upset your passengers inside with any slamming of boots. Let's have a look in the back compartment. Full leather, but that's standard on an XF. Really nice, comfortable seating. Plenty of room in here for 5 adults. It's obviously got full electric pack on it, and it's got the heating and ventilation to the rear as well, as you'd expect in a car of this quality. Not much to report really. I mean, it hasn't got any wear in it as such, but this car's only done 31,000 miles. So it really is like new inside. And of course, it's the same at the front. This is pre-valet, but you can see this being looked after. There's no wear in the seats whatsoever. The car's only done 31,000 miles, as I said. It's a really nice dash and display on it. You have got these wood panels stuck on the door with the leather. This is all proper stitched leather, proper wood paneling. It's a classy car. Nice bit of metal, and that is actual metal trim there as well. Let's just jump in and start it up. So when we get in, I'm greeted by the Jaguar symbol by here. I've got a little pulsating button here. It's supposed to, I think, symbolise a heartbeat, really, the heart and soul of the car. So let's just, with our foot on the brake, press that. You will find, if she starts, that goes up, these turn around, and my Jaguar on the screen there will disappear in a second and give me the full display of the car. One of the things that I really love on this revised model of XF is that we've got a much nicer navigation setup and display here. This is a massive improvement over earlier cars. So if you look at this car on a 2011, it will have a different display to this. It's a much nicer, more modern and clear setup. I've got my phone set up on it at the moment, so I can put my phone books all built in. It's full touchscreen. It's got basically all the navigation system and everything that you would use on one of these. I've got audio settings built in. I mean, that's the navigation there, just to show you I've got to agree to something. And that's how the display looks when it's on navigation mode. It's quite a clear setup, and I can enter destinations by postcode or by town or by sort of place. Climate controls are on here as well, including, and we can do all my airflow on here for a start, but I can also put my heated seats on the screen. They adjust like so. Only heated on this one. I think the one thing you do get on the Portfolio is you get cool as well, but you never use it. I've had it and I'll never use it. So heated seats are the one thing that I would like, and I've got that on this particular car. Also, you've got that reverse camera, so if I put the car into reverse, you will see that up comes a display there for my reverse camera, and it's quite a simple one. It also, if I turn the wheel, you will see that the lines on there turn to guide me where I would be going. So yeah, if I want to miss the curb, about there's right. But it's just a very nice setup on the car. It's nice to have the reverse camera on it. Now, while we're on that, and we're playing with our gear lever here, so it's a dial lever on this car. That's how I change from drive neutral. And then if I push down when in drive and turn to the right, again, I've got sport mode as well. That gives it a bit more kick down in the gears. And if I really want to play with it, I press this checkered flag by here, and that selects what's called dynamic driving. Confirmed. There we are. So with dynamic drive, I've now got a more aggressive response from the car. I've got much sharper steering, braking, throttle response, and it'll just hold it in gear almost up to the red line. It turns it almost into a race car. And it's so powerful, this car is. I mean, it's an absolutely phenomenal engine they put in these, this 3-litre 6-cylinder diesel. It's so good to drive. It's the handling, the balance, the brakes, typical Jag. The car feels very alive, and it's a big car, but it seems to shrink around you. It feels much smaller and more nimble than a 5 Series. Much smaller and more nimble than an E-Class. I mean, it's a different level altogether, these Jags are. So I absolutely love them. One thing that I will show you as well on this display, I was showing you the touch screen on it, but I have got sort of just buttons here, easy use buttons, phone, navigation, and the main menu. So I can navigate through here very quickly using these buttons. I like the fact it's got those sort of key features there just as a touch button. It's easier when you're on the move than fiddling about with that. I've also got a nice easy heating display here, and when I press the heating for left or right, it comes up on the screen so I can see what I'm doing. A dial for the fan. Don't see that very often these days, but again, it's simple and it's easy to use. And over this side, I've got the main controls for my stereo. All of this can also be done from my wheel. I've got the controls here for the stereo. I've got cruise control on this side. And also along the bottom here, I've got a heated front screen as well as rear. Again, that's something that you don't see in many cars. As Jaguar do it, Range Rover do it, and Ford, some Ford models will have that. It's a fantastic thing on a cold winter's morning just to press that button and watch the frost disappear off your screen rather than having to go out and scrape it. So again, something that I really like on these particular cars. 8-speed gearbox, as I've already mentioned to you. It's smooth as silk, that box is. It has got flappy paddles as well, so you can override and you can change gear manually using the paddles if you wish to. And the mileage, I'm not sure if you can see there, but if I zoom right in, you will see that the mileage is the top figure there, 31,673 miles. Very low. The car's average just over 3,000 miles a year, this car has. It was an elderly owner who had it previously, and as you can see, it's really been well looked after by him. I've driven this car back from West Wales back to us here in sort of the South Wales valleys. Probably about 60-70 miles I've done in it. I absolutely love driving it. I've had an XF before. I've run one of these cars and I enjoyed every moment behind the wheel. It's a class act. The leather stitching on the dashboard, the seats are so comfortable, fully electric as you'd expect on a car of this ilk. It's just so well sorted. And when they got to this 2012 model, this revamp of the XF, they ironed out a lot of the niggles that I perhaps didn't like so much on the earlier cars. One of which was that touchscreen, because it feels quite archaic in the 2010 and 2011 models. 2012 then, you've got this new system, it's much better. The 8-speed box is just that much smoother than the previous model, and just the look of the car as well, it all ties in a lot nicer with the lights on these models, and the sort of the chrome that you get on these side gills with the Jaguar emblem emblazoned on them. The car's just a much more modern looking machine than earlier XFs, and a very sleek design. It's unmistakable that this car's a Jaguar, but at the same time it doesn't look old-fashioned, so it's got enough of the tradition there to make it interesting and to please the purists, but it's also, I think, a thoroughly modern design and thoroughly sexy. Anyway, if this is for you, give me a call. My number is 07932 873 646. Our XF is available for nationwide delivery. Happy to take a part exchange. Let us know what you've got. Happy to deliver anywhere in the UK. But again, give us a call for a price on Part X delivery. We'll work a deal out for you. 07932 873 646. And please guys, give us a like, share, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this and more offers and car buying advice that will be coming through. Thanks for watching guys. See you soon.